daily while starting our class, we'll get these biscuits, I guess, right? Okay, fine. So, wow, good disturbance. Okay, fine. So today, what we will learn, we'll see how to federate node to deployment manager, and yeah, we don't really do very often these things. We do federation, only when you want to add more cluster members, or when some of the cluster member is really, you know, um, corrupted, or hardware issues are there with any existing cluster member. And so cluster member, right? And uh,
or more, adding more than one application server in is generally clustering.
yeah, yeah. So what we'll do today, we'll federate a node first, and then we'll see how to create a cluster. So in our environment, you'll be having clusters in deployment manager, right? We'll see that environment. So when you create new applications, and when an existing application is corrupted, you will do all these things: federation of a node, and adding a cluster member. And after doing these steps, we will see what would we generally do in our environment. And anyways, we should know these steps to create a lab environment in our laptop, and to do practice and to do experiments. Anyways, we should know these steps, to increase our knowledge. Anyways, we should know these steps. The point I want to say is, we don't really do very often. So let me start like this. Well, okay. I like, we have one deployment manager. So what we'll do, we'll create two profiles, and we'll federate them, and we'll create a clusters. So let me first start creating one profile, and then then I'll stop all the services, so that my system won't be loaded. And yes, let me shut down this Linux box as well, because system will become slow if all are running. And yeah, yesterday's notes I did not send. Yeah, after this class I'll send yesterday's notes as well. So spear, then yeah, we should go to profile management. As of now, I'm doing using command mode, but we have seen even how. Sorry, as of now, I'm using graphical method. But anyways, we have seen how to create profile using management profile, right? If you did remember.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. For the time being, I'm doing graphical method. Okay, let me create. Yeah, I want to create application server profile. So right now I'm just creating the environment. So once I create the environment, I'll tell the theory again. And so parallelly while creating profile, I just want to stop all the running services so that performance will be good. So I just want to stop all the running servers, whichever is not required. Fine. Tracy. Okay. And close all unnecessary tabs. Okay, let me. Okay. So, so right now we are talking, like right from second class we were discussing, we are having two major kind of profiles. One profile is used to configure applications, and another profile is used to manage profiles. So the profile with which we manage our environment is deployment manager. So we were discussing like we should integrate deployment manager and application server profile. So this integration would be happen using federation. And so Neha, yeah, this topic we did not cover, right? That is for sure, right?
It did not come.
Yeah, yeah, cool. So okay, and so we can integrate application server and deployment manager. That the technical term is called federation. We in WebSphere terms we call it, right, federating node to deployment manager. And this federation can be done using add node command. So yeah, I made it here. It is called we'll use a command add node. And so once you federate, it's like this. So once you run this command, I'll show you the syntax. Once you run the command, application server would be federated to the deployment manager. So after federation, you can manage that application server using deployment manager admin console. So we'll see what are the changes will happen graphically, and even file structure, all those things. after federation. And after federation, the important thing to remember is a node agent would be created. So node agent, in short, it helps for the synchronization between application server and deployment manager. And it helps for the communication between application manager and deployment manager. So it is a connectivity between application server and deployment manager. So because of that, if your application server status to be up, your node agent status should be always up. So after federation, there will be dependency, to maintain your server status as healthy. So if your server status has to be running and it has to be healthy, means even node agent service has to be healthy and it should be running. And so we'll see all these thing, step by step now in the class. And well, this is not the notes, actual notes. Should be this. Yeah. So fine. Okay. So I'm having deployment manager, and I'm creating profiles so that we can federate. And after federating, if time permits, we'll see how to create. We'll discuss about cluster, and we'll see how to create clusters as well based on time. So now we have created one profile. Once finish. So let me create one more profile so that if time permits, we can create cluster as well. Okay. And so here, so as of now, I said we can federate application server using command add node, and node agent service would be created. I told. So node agent, there is a command to start and stop node agent. That command is called it is start node and stop node. So you can start and stop node using command start node and stop node. And there is a small technique here. You can stop the node using admin console. I mean deployment manager admin console. But if you want to start the stop service, if you want to start node agent, you should go to command prompt and then start. You cannot start node agent using deployment manager. You should go to the terminal. You should navigate to the path, and then you can then only you can start the node agent service. So this is about node agent. And then about deployment manager, the command to start and stop deployment manager is start manager, and then if you want to stop, you can use stop manager. And well, application server we have been doing all these days. You can use start server, stop server. So these things, if time permits, we'll see. So we can start and stop services using commands, using deployment manager. And so again, you can start and stop services using command. Well, you can do it from profile root and from VAS root. If you do from profile root, you don't need to give any profile name, but if you do from VAS root, you have to give the profile name. We'll see those things how to do. Uh, once it gets created, we'll start federating. And so parallelly, let me create the command, to federate application server to deploy manager. Okay. And so I made a one more statement here. So to federate profile, you need to run from profile root. You should run the command from profile root, and you have to stop the profile before running this command. I made a note. It's better to stop the profile. It's better profile to be in a stop state. So you need to stop the profile, and then run this command to federate application server to deployment manager. So let me create the command, add node, host name. So let me check the SOAP port number. Um, yeah. So this is a command, and this is the port number of deployment manager. So let me check the port number of deployment manager. So I want to federate APPSRV04 to DMGR02. So I have to know the support of this profile. The support of this profile is management SOAP connector port 8866 8886. So I'm placing the command, and the connecting type, so it will use SOAP port to federate application server to deploy manager. That's, and yeah, we are using connecting type as SOAP. And include apps, you can keep it, or include apps, or you may not keep it. So right, earlier I have done using include apps. This time, I don't want to include apps. So let us see how it goes without including apps. So it will not include any apps of that profile. And we are federating the profile with name. It is APPSRV04. Profile name is, yeah, profile name APPSRV04. So this is a command using which you can federate a node. And one more thing, they said we need to, it's better you stop the it's better, profile states to be in the stop state. So what I want to do, this is we have created this profile for the first time. So I just want to start once, and then I want to stop, in order to make sure that this profile is working fine. And well, so deployment manager can be in the up state. So let me make sure deployment manager is up. Well, and yeah, so this profile is also finished. So till now, whatever theory, anyways, whatever we have discussed, we will see those things now practically. So the theory which we have covered. Any doubts on this?
No, this include apps I didn't get. Matlab, what's the purpose of this include apps if we keep it or
Yeah,
not keep it?
I'll let you know. See, it's like this. The purpose of federating is you have to manage those applications, but in generally why we federate application servers is we will create clusters. Say now I'll federate two application servers to this deployment manager. Okay, then I can manage these two servers using deployment manager, and I can create a cluster with these two members, and I generally create application on that cluster, so that it would be load balanced and high availability features would be there. So anyways, when you create a cluster member, new JVM would be created when you create cluster, and you have to deploy applications specific to that cluster name. So applications are not really required, when you federate a node. Anyways, you will create a new applications on those clusters, all those things. Well, you can include the apps, where when you have a situation like you want to create a cluster with that cluster member, and even the applications which are there on that server, right? I want to maintain that also. I'll tell you in different way. So now federating app service 04. So now you're federating app service 04. I'll say, right, in the apps this profile, you have yahoo.com website running on this profile. Okay. Now you want to federate. So you want, what the now the condition is, even after federation you want that yahoo.com service to be up. Then you can use include apps. So after federation you can maintain that yahoo.com, and now I want after federating, what I'll do, I'll federate one more server, app service 05. So then I'll create clusters using AppSRV04 and AppSRV05, and using that cluster I'll create new website, maybe something called, yeah, google.com. So after this cluster creation, you have a google.com on cluster, and you have a yahoo.com on only this particular application server. Is it
Okay.
clear? Yeah. In short, if you have any existing applications on that server, and even after federation you want to maintain those applications, you can do include apps, but that situation in real time won't occurs. People won't create so much complicated architecture. I mean, you
And
understood,
but
right? Yeah.
uh, generally we don't include this include apps karke. But what you made me understand is like we include apps only if we want that the applications which are already running on a particular profile to be
Uh-huh.
included in another profile also when we are doing clustering.
Exactly, true. Yeah,
And
that's
one
true.
more thing, this matlab, node and node agents are required only when we are using a deployment manager profile which is having more than one servers. Matlab, if we have only a one
Exactly.
JVM in a DMJ, supposing we have created DMGR but having only one profile, so no need to create a node or node agent.
Okay, I'll say like this. When, see, deployment manager will not have any application servers. The moment you federate any application server to deployment manager, by default, one node agent service would be created for one application server. Yeah. And yes, after federating, the technical term WebSphere has given is they will call this as a node. The application server which we federated will say that as a node, and the corresponding dependent service, node agent service would be created. Uh, so to maintain the JVM up, right, the node agent should be up and JVM should be up. So we'll see practically those things. So we'll see practically. So we are just starting the services. So deployment manager is started, and application server is started. So I did not remember the admin console port. Notes 9065. So we'll see practically, then it will become more easy. Okay, and then let me start the other profile as well. File for notes. So admin console port is 9067. It's
Yes, I have.
yes, even I do. I'm just asking. Fine. So this is deploy manager, and right now, um, no application server is federated to this deployment manager. So let us see, changes. Let us see before federation how it will be, and let us see after federation how it will be. Yeah. So now if you see here, if you see application servers, you will not have any application servers here. Yeah. See here, you don't have any application servers, and resources. Sorry, system administration, node agents. Yeah, so you can see here, you don't have any node agents here. So servers are not there, node agents are not there, and yeah. So we'll see the changes, after federation. And one more thing, after federation, this admin console of this profile would get disabled. You won't be able to access admin console because, anyways, you can perform all the activities using this deployment manager. So now we are able to access admin console, but after federation, this admin console would be disabled. And from this, let us check. Uh, so now if you open DMGR and then config and then cells. See here, only one cell is there, and this cell is related to this deployment manager. So after federation, you would be seeing here one more profile. I mean, one more, they will say node, yeah. One more node, the node which will federate, you will see here. And okay, okay, you will be having node for the same cell. Okay. Fine, then we'll see what are the changes would happen in the cell level. And yeah, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm going to DMGR, that's why I'm confused. So we should go to DMGR02. So config, so cells. So here right now we are having only DMGR02 cell, Then once you go to the nodes here, right now there is only one node here. So after federation, we'll be getting the node related to that federated node. So we'll see the file structure how it is modified after
This cell
federation.
and node is created by
So
default when we create a DMGR profile.
yeah, these
Oh,
are by default. This is a default structure. Config cell and then cell node. Yeah, this is a default. After federation, you will see here, one more node is created here. So that is after federation, you will see here one more node will come. So those things now we'll see after federation. So yeah, and let me log out. So as I said, it's better you stop the profile. So let me stop it, and then federate application server to deployment manager. Okay, it is stopped, and we have created the command. So let us execute the command add node, and this is a host name where deployment manager is configured. This is the SOAP port. Yes, connect type is SOAP. We are using SOAP connection to federate a node, and we want to federate the application server which name is apps service 04. So let me execute the command, and we are running the command from profile root. Yeah. So Shivratri celebrations are started over there.
yeah, so you might be hearing this temple noise.
No, no, that's fine.
Yeah,
So festivals, I can take it as a festival celebration as well.
yes, where I live, besides me, there's a temple just in front of my hostel. That's right.
Hmm, that's fine. I'm liking it. That's okay. But just surprises, it's such a big festival, but officers they don't give holiday. It's little
Like
surprise.
in our office, it's holiday for retail banking persons. For we people who are in shift,
Oh,
because matlab, application would run
emergency.
anyhow, so we won't have any holiday.
Oh, same case, but entity doesn't have any holiday tomorrow. And you can check the logs. It is doing its work, stopping all the processes, deleting all backing up the original cell repository, creating a node agent configuration for node. Well, it is creating cells, nodes, all those things. It is just showing the logs. Okay, so now we have seen the message. So node this has been successfully federated. So I believe it's that application server 04, API server 04, it gave a node name as node 03. So let us see the changes, and before seeing the changes I just don't want to get any conflicts while creating clusters. So yeah, generally if you do any major changes, it's better to restart the services. So I'll restart the service first, and then we'll see what are the changes happen. Okay, so deployment manager service has come up. So let us open the admin console. I have observed this after federation, it takes more time to open admin console. Okay, so let us log in. Okay, so Neha, you're able to hear my voice
Yes.
clearly, right? So fine. So servers, application servers. Okay. So now you see we have a server federated. Yeah. And yeah, Neha, when you want to unmute, you can unmute yourself. I just muted you. Okay. So yeah, now you can see we have a server federated here, and yeah, it has given its node name as desktop, yeah, as node 03. And yes, I still did not bring the service up, so it is showing the status as down. So we have federated this application server, and as I said, node agent would be created. If I click here, earlier there were no node agents. Now you can see node agent service is created. And after federation, yes, by default node agent status would be up. And so as I said, node agent service is created, and we have federated this application server. And we'll see how, what are the various methods we can restart this application server. And as I said, the admin console of application server would be disabled. Yeah, you'll get an error message. Yeah, the site can't be reached. So admin console of application server will be disabled. Anyways, you can manage using admin console. And I have restarted deploy manager, but I did not restarted application server. And so first I want to restart node agent because it is already in the up. I am stopping it. So the commands used to start and stop node agent is stop node to stop, and then start node to start. And one more thing, node agents, as I said, you can stop from here, but you cannot start from here. To start, you should go to the terminal, and only through command prompt you can start. Maybe we can just try restart and see whether it works. Restart, it's been long time I have done. I generally use only stop and start. Restart, we'll see how it goes. But if it is in a stop state, to bring it up, you should use only terminal to bring the node agent up. Rest of the services, even JVM, so even JVM, you can use this admin console to stop and start, and you can use command as well to stop and start. But if node agent is down, to bring it up, you should use only command prompt. And this service should be up to bring this service up. So let us check that, and we will go ahead. Yeah. So as I said, the dependency node agent should be up to bring the server up. So right now the node agent is in a stopped state. You can see the status here also, node agent. So node agent, and it is this node agent is corresponding to this node, and the status is down. So you cannot bring the server up. So you are not even able to see the status. So let us click it and then click on start. Yeah, server cannot be started because the node agent for server 1 or node 03 is not active. It clearly gave the message as well. The corresponding node agent is down, and if you see here, you cannot see the option to start it. Let me try to restart. I know it doesn't brings it up. Let me check. See, the node agent on node must be started to perform restart operation. Node agent is in stop state and cannot be started in the console. So if it is in stop state, you cannot do it. You cannot bring it up from admin console. So you should navigate to the path, and from the terminal, you can start the node. So start node, and this start node can be done using from profile root and from VAS root. So right now I'm in the profile root. Then in the next time we'll see how to start and stop from the VAS root. So let me start it. Okay, so now node agent has come up. Well, now we can start the server from admin console, but let us check whether we can restart. It's been long time because I use middleware tools. The node agent restart operation on node was initiated successfully. See, but node agent status is in down state. So what I would suggest, you don't even try to restart from deployment manager. So at the most you can try from deployment manager is you can try to stop it, and you can bring it up from a terminal. Okay, but even then what I would suggest is node agent better you use only terminal mode, and then manage the node agent. You can use deployment manager only to check the status. That is what I would suggest. See, now the moment we clicked on restart, it went down, but it could not bring it up. So even for stopping and starting, better you use only terminal. So since now the status has come down, again I'm going back to terminal, and I'm starting it back. So once it comes up, yes, we can check the status here. It will show green. Okay, already running. Fine. So now see, once you did start node, the node agent status has come up and it is showing as green. And as I said, this is a dependent service to bring the application server up. So now node agent is up, and yeah, now you can bring this server up from using admin console. Select the server and click on start. We are starting this server for the first time after federation. Maybe because of that it is taking long time to bring it up. So let us wait till it comes up. Yep, see it could start and the status is green. So now we have seen how to federate application server, and we have seen corresponding node agent service would come, and we have seen how to restart node agent. So we have seen how to start and stop services from profile root. So now let us see the commands how to start and stop using from WAS root. So the same server, anyways, if you want to stop it from profile root, we have seen all these days stop server 1. If you give this command, it will be stopped. So now let me go to the WAS root. I went to WAS root and then bin. So there is a start server here also, and here I should give profile name, or you can see you can go to the help. Yeah, you can use profile name, and then okay. So service is on up state, so let us bring it down. Stop server, and then hyphen profile name. So this profile name is APPSRV04, right? APPSRV04, APPSR04, and then we should give JVM name. I believe we have JVM name. So let us see the output. So the extra we are keeping in between is profile name, and then the profile name we are keeping in between. If you want to stop server from
We are keeping this profile name and server name, and then this server one is what? Matlab profile name is okay, JVM name.
yeah, it's a JVM name. True, perfect. Okay, sometimes it gets stuck, it will not display the output. So but if we keep better instead of keep on waiting, you can just press enter button. So I got the output, so saying that the server, it would stop. So we have seen how to stop application server from VAS root. So we can stop and start from VAS root, profile root and from the admin console. And similarly node agent, node agent also you can start from VAS root and from profile root. So earlier we have restarted from profile root. Now let us stop it from VAS root. Stop node hyphen profile name. Yeah, here till profile name is enough to stop node, to stop the node. Well, it will stop the node parallelly. I'll just create the required nodes. So, well, federation of node, and then okay, there is a word file separate for you, but I'm not using, I guess this. For you also I'm sending the same file, I believe. Is federation there already here? Well, add node is already there. And apart from add node, restart of services. Profile name. Yeah. So here, we have all these details, how to restart services. So how to restart services from VAS root, how to from profile root, from VAS root, and from admin consoles. I just told we can start services from VAS root, profile root, and admin console. And about node agent, start node, stop node. Okay, surprise, I did not say node agent. Yeah, for node agent, I told that for node agent, you can start and stop only from command prompt using start and node, start node, stop node. So you can start and stop. No, you can stop from admin console, but let me rephrase it. Oh, sorry. So for node agent, you can stop from admin console, but to start, but start node agent, you can only from start command as below. So where is this nodes? Okay, fine. So just above federation of node, you have details about starting and stopping the services, and So here also it is there, this notes is repeating, but here it is there only for profiles, because after creating profiles I told this process. That's fine. So you have again the same commands after, just above federating the nodes, and but these things should be there. Okay. It's better to have these things after federating, so I just replace the nodes. Okay, so I'm just adjusting the nodes. So federation of node, we have a nodes, I have a nodes here, and to find the status of server, and using these commands from WebSphere, from profile root, and start node, stop node, all those things, your start server, stop server, you're having nodes here. Yep. And if you want to see the output here, yes, so we could stop node from WebSphere as well. And so this is just about federating node. So yeah, now I believe 40 minutes is not enough. So next class, what we'll do, we'll discuss about clustering. And yeah, I mean, so for today's class I want to wind up here, because I have some few other works before 7. And so we'll see which topics we could cover from 7. And next class, Monday, Tuesday will take off, being Shivaratri, and chalo, let's take break as well.
Okay.
And yeah, we will start class again on Wednesday. And Wednesday, your best time would be 7 to 8 p.m. 8 a.m.,
Like,
right?
in evening, do you have any time after 9 or 10 also? Yeah, morning only you can give me time.
In fact, only morning I can give, because now my shift is changing, and my timings would be from afternoon 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. And that's why this week I did not take any break from Monday till
Okay.
today. And yeah, and in fact, no need to worry, not many topics are there now, because we were continuously taking the classes, right?
Actually, you will give an off on this Monday and Tuesday, na? So I'll just wind up all my queries and all those things. We'll study, and
Sure.
then
Yeah, sure.
so we'll have 7 to 8 is fine.
Yeah.
Actually, my shift is from 8, so I'll get ready before 7 then. Okay, 7 to 8 is fine.
Yeah, no need to worry, in the weekdays we'll take 2 or 3 classes. In the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, we'll take regularly, I mean, without missing. Because yeah, if you take more class during weekdays, it will become stress to you. And so weekdays, we'll take 2 or 3 classes, and weekend, Saturday, Sunday, without missing, we'll take classes. And no need to worry, now most of the syllabus is over, so now we'll go little slow.
Okay. Only doubts are
But should,
pending, na? Matlab, for me, some topics are left,
yeah,
but for others, I guess only doubt sessions are.
yeah, true, that's true. Yeah. So now, yeah, we'll go a little slow. That's fine. We'll manage. Yeah. And, so we'll have class again on
Abhi, sir.
Wednesday. And now, anyways, yeah. Anyways, now 7. We all will have class now 7. Okay. So I mean, after 30 minutes at 7 p.m. we'll again have a class.
Fine.
Okay. Chalo then. Bye bye. Yeah, see you at 7 p.m. Yeah.